Okay, welcome back. In this video, we'll be adding images to our website, which is nice and easy. It's just a few lines of code. And then we'll be using CSS to change a couple of properties and make them a little bit more responsive to different browsers and screen sizes. So in today's notes, I've added a few code snippets that you're welcome to use. But essentially, to add an image, we just use one line of code. Now, of course, we're going to need the image downloaded on our in our directory first. So I'm going to go ahead and download an image of the Beatles that I like the look of. Now, strictly speaking, I shouldn't use any image that I find on the internet for obvious reasons, copyright. Since I'm not going to be publishing this website, it's not going to be anywhere online. I'm going to be a bit naughty, and I'm going to download an image and not check. It even says there it may be subject to copyright. So long as I don't publish this website and make it live online, I should be okay. So I'm going to call it band, and this is a JPEG image. This is a good image. I'm going to take this one. I'll call it live. That'll do for now. So notice that I saved those inside of my images folder. Now in VS Code, they will now appear inside of my images folder, so I can check those out there. It's really important that they're in those images folder. So if you're going to download that, throw them on your desktop, throw them in downloads or images, a pictures folder, don't do that. You're going to have problems down the line. So what we're going to do here is go into our HTML. Where do I want to see one of these images? Well, probably in this main area underneath the text. And I'm just going to write image source equals, and then it even predicts what I'm going to say. I'm going to say images, and which one did I want? The band photo. Hit that, and there it is. But sadly, it's absolutely massive. So next thing I'm going to think about is, well, do I want to resize that myself? Well, if I would like to resize it, I can do the following: width equals, and then I can do one of two ways. I can do 50%. So I can change it to 50% of the size of the original image. I can change it to a pixel width, so do 500 pixels or 800 pixels. So you can do it that way. And notice that the proportions remain the same, but in proportion with the height if you just use one property like width. But of course, you could also change the height. So that's one way of doing it. The other way that we can do it, I outline in this document here, and it's using some clever CSS to make some responsive features on our site. So its max width is 100% of the screen, and the height adjusts automatically. So if I use that and add that to my styles.css, what will happen is it will automatically adjust to 100% of that width of the screen. I did have padding there, that's why it's not gone that way. But if I increase the size of this, you see how it's resizing, which is pretty cool. Now, what I might do is add the padding to the right so it doesn't look as funny. So where's my padding left? My padding left was in it was in each of them, wasn't it? So what I'll do is I'll just add padding right to each of them. To the header, to the main, to the footer. So that looks all right. Padding at the bottom maybe as well. Padding main, so that's the main area. Add some padding bottom. Yeah, it looks better. Cool. So that's going to auto adjust based on the size of the screen, which is quite cool. Do I want it 100%? I could always change it to, say, 80%. So it always remains 80%. I think I prefer it to 100. One thing to note, this will change every image that you include on your site using these properties. In future, I'll show you a way of only changing the properties for particular images. But for now, see if you can get a couple of images into your website and start to bring it to life a little bit more.